When you wake up each morning, do you feel the power within you, or are you just going through motions? Success is not about what you see. It is about the energy you carry. There is a hidden language in the world, a language that speaks louder than words, louder than money, louder than titles or degrees. It is the language of affirmative energy, the energy that says, I can, even when the world whispers, you cannot. Affirmative energy is the force inside of you that shapes your reality. It is not just optimism. It is not wishful thinking. It is a declaration of power in motion. It is the silent conversation you have with life every day. You see, life responds to energy. Energy speaks. Every action you take, every decision you make carries with it a vibration. And when your energy affirms success, doors open that others cannot even see. Most people fail because they do not understand this hidden language. They allow doubt to speak louder than hope. They let fear dictate their steps. But those who learn to channel affirmative energy, they are unstoppable. When you affirm your purpose, when you declare your intention with conviction, the universe listens. Opportunities align, connections form, and obstacles bow before the certainty of your energy. Think about it. How often have you been in a room and you felt someone's presence immediately? It wasn't their words, it was their energy. It was a statement without speaking, a declaration without noise. This is the power of affirmative energy. It is a magnet that draws success to you. It does not wait for permission. It does not negotiate with mediocrity. It simply flows to those who are aligned with it. Affirmative energy requires discipline. It requires clarity of vision. You must know what you want and affirm it consistently. It is not enough to hope. You must speak to your life with the certainty of one who owns it. When challenges arise, and they will, you must stand firm. Let your energy speak the language of persistence, resilience, and unwavering faith in your own potential. I want you to imagine for a moment that your thoughts are seeds. Each thought is a seed of energy, and whatever you water will grow. If you water doubt, fear, and hesitation, your life will produce those fruits. But if you water belief, confidence, and positive action, success will bloom in ways you cannot yet see. Affirmative energy is the gardener of your destiny. It decides the quality of the harvest you will reap. And here is the secret: affirmative energy is contagious. The moment you live it, others feel it. They are drawn to it. They trust it. They follow it. Leaders are not only born of skill or knowledge, they are born of energy, the kind that affirms possibility, courage, and purpose. If you want to influence, if you want to lead, if you want to create a life that matters, start with your energy. Let it speak before you ever say a word. So I challenge you today, examine the energy you carry. Are you whispering success or are you whispering doubt? Do you affirm your vision every morning or do you let life affirm it for you? Affirmative energy is not a trick. It is a law. It is the language of the successful. And those who master it, master life itself. Rise each day with intention. Speak to your life with conviction. Move with purpose and let your energy be the signal that announces your arrival. Do not underestimate it. Do not dismiss it. It is the hidden language of success, and once you understand it, you will never be the same again. The world listens, the universe responds, and your destiny unfolds before you as you affirm the energy that you carry within. Listen closely, because this is where ordinary ends and extraordinary begins. The language of success is not in books, it is not in degrees, it is not even in effort alone. It is in the energy that says, I am capable, I am ready, I am unstoppable. Embrace it, affirm it, live it, and watch how life bends to the one who speaks it fluently. Affirmative energy is a hidden language that shapes reality, and it is something most people never even notice. We walk around thinking that reality is dictated by circumstances, by the people around us, or by luck, but the truth is that reality listens to the energy we carry. Think about it. Have you ever been around someone whose presence alone changed the mood of the room? You did not need to hear a single word from them, yet everything felt lighter, more hopeful, more possible. That is the language of affirmative energy at work. It is invisible, yet powerful. It is silent, yet louder than any spoken word. It communicates with life in ways that most people do not understand. Every morning, we wake up with the choice to speak this language or ignore it. If you wake up and immediately start complaining about traffic, about work, about the bills you have to pay, you are speaking a language of limitation. You are affirming scarcity, struggle, and frustration, and life responds. Opportunities pass by unnoticed. Doors that could have opened remain closed. The universe does not argue with you. It simply answers the energy you project. On the other hand, if you wake up and affirm, even quietly, today is my day, I am capable, I am ready, your reality begins to shift. You begin to notice solutions where others see problems. You begin to see doors where others see walls. I want you to imagine a young student preparing for an important exam. Every time they think about the test, they tell themselves, I am not smart enough, I cannot do this, it is too hard. What happens? Anxiety rises, confidence shrinks, and every question seems like a mountain. The energy of doubt shapes the reality of failure before the exam even begins. Now imagine the same student choosing to speak a different language, a hidden language of energy. I have prepared, I am capable, I am ready for this challenge. Notice what changes. Their posture improves, their focus sharpens, their mind notices answers it would have otherwise missed. The same reality, the same exam, becomes conquerable because the energy behind their thoughts communicates success. Affirmative energy is not magic, it is law. It is the principle that what you affirm consistently in your energy will manifest in your life. A mother preparing breakfast for her children can demonstrate this every day without even realizing it. If she moves through the morning exhausted, complaining about the noise, the mess, the responsibilities, she is transmitting an energy of stress and scarcity. The children sense it. The house feels tense. But if she moves with calm intention, smiling, speaking words of encouragement, affirming the value of the day, the energy transforms the home. The breakfast table becomes a place of warmth, hope, and possibility. Energy, though unseen, dictates the atmosphere and shapes the experiences around it. In the workplace, this principle is just as clear. A leader may not have the biggest office, the highest salary, or the most experience, but the energy they project can change the culture of an entire organization. One manager walks into the room filled with complaints, arguments, and frustration. If they respond with fear, defensiveness, or apathy, the environment reflects it. Morale drops, productivity falls, innovation halts. Another manager walks into the same room, calm, confident, affirming the potential of each person, encouraging ideas, celebrating small victories. The energy in the room shifts. People begin to see solutions instead of problems. Creativity sparks. Momentum grows. This is the hidden language at work, shaping the reality of the team without a single policy change or directive. Even in personal relationships, affirmative energy plays its silent but undeniable role. A friend who is constantly negative, critical, and fearful will repel opportunities for joy, trust, and intimacy. Yet a friend who radiates positivity, encouragement, and belief in the goodness of others will attract meaningful connections effortlessly. Notice how energy, the unseen language, dictates the dynamics of every interaction. It shapes reality by drawing to us what is in harmony with the energy we project. Consider athletes preparing for a championship. They do not just train their bodies, they train their energy. They visualize victory. They affirm strength, focus, and skill. They speak to themselves and their circumstances in a language of success. Their reality, every movement, every decision, every reaction is aligned with this energy. When the final moment comes, they perform not merely because of physical ability, but because the hidden language of their energy has already communicated readiness to the universe. Affirmative energy is also the reason some people rebound from failure faster than others. Two entrepreneurs may face the same financial loss, the same setback, the same betrayal. One allows despair, self-pity, and blame to dominate their energy. The other affirms resilience, sees opportunity in adversity, and carries the energy of determination. Over time, the second entrepreneur recovers, grows, and succeeds while the first remains stuck. Reality in all its forms responds to the energy we communicate, not the circumstances themselves. You can witness this principle in the simplest moments of daily life. A barista who greets each customer with genuine warmth and confidence creates an energy that shapes the experience of every person who steps into the shop. A passerby who smiles at a stranger often receives a smile in return, sometimes even a conversation or a connection that changes the course of the day. The language of affirmative energy is subtle, yet relentless. It molds the world silently, invisibly, consistently. Every thought, every word, every action is an affirmation. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly speaking a language that shapes reality. When we embrace affirmative energy, when we choose to speak it in our thoughts, our movements, our interactions, the world becomes a reflection of that choice. Opportunity, connection, creativity, success, all flow naturally to the energy that affirms them. This hidden language is accessible to everyone, yet so few understand it. Mastery of it is mastery of life itself. Success is not simply about what you do or the words you speak. It is about the energy you carry into every situation, the vibration you project, and the atmosphere you create. Too often people believe that effort alone guarantees results, that working harder, speaking louder, or doing more will bring success. But the truth is, success listens to energy first. It responds to the essence of who you are in the moment. Imagine two people performing the same task with equal skill and preparation. One approaches with excitement, confidence, and focus, while the other moves with hesitation, doubt, and fear. The same action is taken, yet the results are dramatically different. Success does not just observe actions, it feels the energy behind them. Consider a teacher entering a classroom. Two teachers may deliver the same lesson, cover the same material, and follow the same plan. One teacher steps in with energy that communicates passion, belief in the students, and joy in teaching. The students sit up, pay attention, and engage. Learning flows naturally because the energy has opened the space for it. The other teacher, carrying exhaustion, frustration, or negativity, may speak the same words, but the students are disengaged, distracted, and disinterested. The energy behind the lesson determines whether knowledge takes root or simply passes by unnoticed. Success in this case is not the words of the lesson, but the energy that facilitates understanding and engagement. Look at athletes preparing for competition. A sprinter may practice the perfect technique, follow the diet, and train tirelessly. Yet without energy that communicates belief, focus, and readiness, performance suffers. The same athlete, with identical preparation, enters the race carrying energy of confidence and anticipation, and suddenly the body performs beyond expectation. The energy signals to the mind, the muscles, and even the environment that victory is possible. Success responds to the energy first, shaping the outcome before the action is complete. Even in personal relationships, energy plays a role far beyond words. Two people may say, "I care about you," but if one speaks with warmth, sincerity, and openness, the other feels it, trusts it, and reciprocates. If the words come from impatience, resentment, or distraction, they may fail entirely, leaving distance and misunderstanding. The energy behind the communication determines whether the connection thrives or falters. Success in relationships, just as in life, is not the statement itself, but the energy that carries it. Consider the example of a job interview. A candidate may have the perfect resume, the right experience, and rehearse all the answers. Yet when they walk in exhausted, fearful, or unsure, the interviewer senses it immediately. The energy communicates uncertainty, even if the words are confident. Another candidate may enter with genuine energy that radiates calm, focus, and enthusiasm. Even with the same level of experience, their presence commands attention and respect. Success responds to energy before skills or words. It listens to the vibration you project. Look around at leaders in business, politics, or community life. It is not always the smartest or most qualified who succeed first. It is often the one whose energy inspires trust, motivates action, and communicates vision. A leader can stand quietly in a room and influence decisions, not because of loud instructions, but because of the energy they carry. People follow energy. People respond to energy. Success aligns with energy. It is the unseen yet undeniable force that moves people, circumstances, and opportunities into place. Even in creative work, energy precedes results. A musician playing a song with passion and belief moves the audience, while the same notes played without conviction feel hollow. A writer who believes deeply in their message reaches hearts and minds. A writer who mechanically strings words together fails to connect. The energy behind the action shapes the impact. Success in creativity is not the movement of fingers on keys or letters on a page, but the energy that animates them. Daily life offers countless small examples. A cashier greeting customers with a smile, genuine attention, and positive energy often receives tips, gratitude, and repeat visits. A coworker tackling a tedious task with determination and pride often earns recognition and promotion. Even a simple act of kindness, when delivered with sincere energy, can ripple far beyond what words alone could accomplish. Success responds to energy, amplifying it, rewarding it, and transforming ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. Think about someone building a business. They may have a plan, a budget, and all the right connections. Yet without energy that communicates resilience, belief, and purpose, the business struggles to gain momentum. When they approach the same business with energy that radiates confidence, vision, and unstoppable determination, clients are drawn, employees are inspired, and obstacles are navigated with clarity. The plan alone does not succeed. The energy behind it dictates the trajectory. Even in health and fitness, energy shapes outcomes. Two people may run the same distance, eat the same food, and follow the same program. The one who approaches it with energy that communicates commitment, belief in the body, and joy in movement experiences transformation faster and more fully. The energy speaks to every cell, every muscle, every thought. Success is not simply in the steps taken or calories burned. It is in the energy that activates the entire system, commanding results to align with intention. Success responds to energy because energy is the language of life. Actions are important, words are tools, but energy is the force that directs them. When you move through life aware of your energy, conscious of the vibration you send into every situation, you begin to notice a profound shift. Opportunities that were invisible appear. People who seemed distant become allies. Challenges that seemed insurmountable begin to bend, respond, and yield. The energy you carry precedes the outcome, informs the world of your readiness, and shapes reality to match the vibration you maintain. Most people fail not because they lack skill, knowledge, or opportunity, but because they allow fear and doubt to dominate their energy. Fear is a thief, and doubt is a liar. They whisper in your ear every morning, every hour, and every moment you hesitate, convincing you that you are not enough, that you cannot, that the challenge is too great. Yet the truth is that fear and doubt have no power except the power you give them. When you allow them to take control of your energy, they dictate your reality, they shape your choices, and they build walls where doors could have opened. Imagine a young professional about to pitch an idea to investors. They know their concept is solid, their research thorough, yet the moment they sit in the room, fear grips them. They begin to imagine rejection, ridicule, failure. Their energy shifts, it becomes heavy, hesitant, uncertain. Even before a single word is spoken, the investors feel it. The idea is brilliant, but the fear that dominates the presenter's energy communicates lack of belief. The pitch falters, the opportunity slips away, not because the idea was weak, but because fear dictated the energy behind it. Now imagine if the same professional walked into that room with calm, focused energy, affirming their capability, believing in the vision, radiating confidence. The idea would land differently because energy speaks louder than words, louder than logic, louder than facts. Fear and doubt are often disguised as caution. People tell themselves, I am being careful, or I need more time to prepare. When in truth, they are letting fear dominate their choices. They procrastinate, they hesitate, they avoid risk. Yet life does not wait for caution, and success does not pause for doubt. Every day, people watch opportunities pass because they allowed fear to lead their energy. The mail that could have been sent, the conversation that could have been had, the step that could have been taken, all missed because energy was consumed by hesitation. Consider a student preparing for a final exam. They have studied, attended classes, and know the material. Yet the night before the test, fear creeps in. What if I fail? What if I forget everything? These doubts infiltrate their energy. They toss and turn, lose focus, and wake exhausted and anxious. The exam is not just a test of knowledge, it is a test of the energy they carry. The student who replaces fear with quiet confidence, who affirms, I am prepared, I am capable, I am ready, allows their energy to guide their mind, memory, and focus. The same test becomes manageable. The same questions become solvable. Energy dominated by fear closes doors. Energy dominated by belief opens them. Even in relationships, fear and doubt sabotage potential. Someone may meet a person who could transform their life, yet they hesitate, imagining rejection or disappointment. Their energy becomes hesitant, guarded, untrusting. They speak carefully. They hold back. They fail to show authenticity. The other person senses it. Connection struggles. Trust falters. Now imagine if the same individual approached with energy free from fear, affirming their value, showing openness and confidence. The interaction transforms because energy is the language that communicates worth, courage, and readiness for love. Fear may whisper, but it does not have to dominate. Fear and doubt are magnified by comparison. People look at others who seem more talented, more fortunate, more experienced, and allow envy or insecurity to dominate their energy. They believe they cannot measure up, that success belongs to someone else. Yet energy is personal. It responds to what you affirm within yourself, not what others have achieved. A baker may feel inadequate comparing to a Michelin star chef, but if their energy communicates dedication, passion, and belief in their craft, they will attract customers, opportunities, and recognition that no comparison can deny. Doubt weakens energy, belief strengthens it. Consider the entrepreneur starting a business. Every step carries uncertainty, and fear of failure is natural. Some listen to fear and allow it to dominate. They avoid risks, delay decisions, and their energy communicates hesitation to clients, investors, and employees. The business stagnates. Others acknowledge fear but do not surrender to it. They channel belief, affirm potential, and act decisively. Their energy attracts partners, customers, solutions. Fear may be present, but it does not lead. The energy of belief leads and success follows. Fear and doubt are most dangerous when unnoticed. People often think they are being realistic or cautious, yet the energy behind every thought, every word, every action is constantly broadcasting to the world. When energy is dominated by fear, reality aligns. Doors close, opportunities disappear, progress slows. When energy is dominated by belief, action aligns with purpose. Courage speaks louder than hesitation, and the world responds to readiness rather than limitation. Look at daily life. A person afraid to ask for a raise communicates fear through posture, tone, and hesitation. A student afraid to answer in class communicates doubt through silence and avoidance. A friend afraid to apologize communicates insecurity through guarded words. Energy communicates before words, before actions. It is a hidden language that shapes outcomes. Those who allow fear and doubt to dominate find themselves trapped by circumstances they could have influenced. Those who rise above fear, who affirm courage and belief, open doors that others never notice. Fear and doubt are natural, but they are not destiny. The choice is not to eliminate them entirely, but to refuse to let them dominate your energy. Notice when fear whispers, acknowledge it, but let energy of belief, confidence, and purpose lead. When you do, ordinary moments become extraordinary. Opportunities appear, relationships deepen, challenges bend. Fear may exist, but it no longer dictates the world around you, and doubt no longer controls the course of your life. Energy communicates before words are spoken, and it is far more powerful than anything we can say or do. It is the invisible force that moves people, shapes decisions, and opens doors even before a single sentence is uttered. Think about walking into a room and immediately sensing someone's presence. You feel their confidence, their calm, or their tension. You do not hear a word, yet you know instantly whether they are trustworthy, capable, or inspiring. That is the power of energy. It communicates silently, yet its influence is undeniable. It sets the tone. It establishes authority. It creates a ripple effect that words alone could never achieve. Consider a teacher entering a classroom. They may not speak for the first few minutes, but the students already sense whether this will be a lesson filled with energy, engagement, and possibility, or one drained with exhaustion and boredom. The posture, the gaze, the subtle movements, the calm confidence, these are signals that communicate more than any syllabus could. Students respond instinctively to this energy. They engage, they focus, they mirror the teacher's energy, because the unseen language of presence communicates meaning before a single word is spoken. Look at leaders in the workplace. The most effective leaders are often not the loudest, nor the most polished in their speeches. They command attention because of the energy they carry. When a leader walks into a room, people sense conviction, purpose, and clarity. It draws respect and inspires action. One manager may enter with hesitation, doubt, and distraction. The team feels it immediately. Morale drops, ideas falter, and productivity suffers. Another manager may enter with calm authority, vision, and encouragement. Energy alone motivates the team, aligns their focus, and even influences outcomes before any instructions are given. Energy is magnetic, it speaks volumes, and it is the hidden language of influence. Even in friendships and personal relationships, this principle is visible. Have you ever met someone who instantly made you feel safe, valued, and understood without saying a word? Or someone whose presence made you anxious, uncertain, or hesitant? The difference is energy. It precedes conversation, dictates tone, and shapes connection. Two people can say the same words, yet the energy behind those words determines whether bonds are formed or broken. Energy communicates trust, confidence, warmth, or doubt before words ever reach the ears. Think about interviews. A candidate may have the perfect resume, the ideal experience, and rehearsed answers for every question. Yet if they enter the room with nervous energy, hesitant posture, or distracted focus, the interviewers sense it instantly. Their energy communicates insecurity, uncertainty, or lack of preparation, and it overshadows even the most impressive qualifications. The same candidate walking in with calm, focused, and confident energy communicates readiness, competence, and presence before a single answer is given. The outcome is shaped first by energy, then by words and actions. In daily life, Energy communicates in countless small but significant ways. A cashier greeting customers with a smile calms confidence. And attentiveness attracts positive interactions, tips, and gratitude. A coworker tackling a task with determined focus and quiet competence earns respect, collaboration, and recognition. Even simple gestures, a nod, a handshake, a look in the eye, carry energy that speaks louder than words. The world responds instinctively to the signals we send long before we articulate them. Consider athletes on a field or stage. Before the whistle blows, before a note is played, before the first step is taken, competitors sense each other's energy. One athlete carries determination, calm confidence, and focused readiness. Another carries fear, doubt, or frustration. Energy communicates to themselves, their teammates, and even their opponents. It dictates strategy, response, and outcome. The physical actions follow the energy, not the other way around. Energy is also contagious. The moment you step into a space with positive, focused, and empowered energy, others absorb it. They respond, mirror, and amplify it. A leader can enter a room silently, yet their energy shifts the atmosphere, inspires action, and aligns people toward a common goal. The opposite is true as well. Negative, anxious, or distracted energy can dampen creativity, collaboration, and momentum without a single word being spoken. Energy is magnetic, invisible, and undeniably influential. In parenting, energy communicates long before discipline, instruction, or encouragement. A child senses whether a parent is calm, confident, and loving, or stressed, anxious, and impatient. The energy behind interactions shapes the child's behavior, confidence, and emotional development. A gentle tone combined with grounded, positive energy teaches far more than words alone. Children respond to the energy first, then the message. Energy communicates across cultures, languages, and situations. A smile, a calm presence, or confident posture speaks universally. Even when words fail, energy communicates intention, belief, and influence. It is a language everyone understands instinctively because the world responds first to what it feels, not what it hears. When we master this energy, we can influence circumstances, inspire action, and create opportunities that words alone could never achieve. Notice in your own life how energy has affected outcomes. A presentation felt easier or harder depending on your mood and presence. A conversation with a friend went smoothly or tense depending on your calm or anxious energy. Energy communicates credibility, authority, warmth, trust, or doubt before a single syllable passes your lips. It is magnetic, it is influential. It shapes perception, dictates responses, and opens or closes doors before you ever speak. Cultivating affirmative energy requires discipline, clarity, and consistent intention, and it is the single most important habit that separates those who succeed from those who merely exist. Energy does not develop by accident. It does not thrive on hope alone or by wishing for better circumstances. It is shaped, maintained, and amplified through deliberate choices. Discipline is the foundation. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas, the deepest passion, or the strongest desire for success will dissipate into frustration and missed opportunities. Discipline is what allows you to wake up each morning with purpose, to decide that no matter how you feel, you will affirm the energy that moves you toward your goals. Consider a student preparing for a major examination. It is easy to feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of the task, to postpone study sessions, to let distractions win. But the student who cultivates affirmative energy disciplines themselves to create a daily routine, setting aside specific hours to study, to focus, to learn. They do not allow mood fatigue or procrastination to dictate their energy. They enter the study space with clarity, understanding exactly what they need to accomplish, affirming their capability to absorb knowledge and perform. Over time, this disciplined, intentional cultivation of energy transforms their approach and shapes their reality. Energy is built, reinforced, and directed through discipline, not randomness. Clarity is the second pillar. Without clarity, affirmative energy is like a river without a channel, powerful but directionless. Clarity demands that you know what you want, why you want it, and how you intend to achieve it. It is the understanding that energy is a language and that it must speak with precision, intention, and alignment to purpose. A young entrepreneur starting a business cannot simply hope for success. They must be clear about their vision, their mission, and the steps required to reach their goal. Clarity informs their energy, making every interaction, every decision, and every effort resonate with purpose. The business grows not just because of work, but because energy carries a clear, focused signal of potential and determination. Consider a parent raising children. The energy they project is not random. It must be cultivated with clarity. Discipline guides them to be consistent in their interactions. Clarity ensures that their energy communicates love, belief, and encouragement. A child can sense uncertainty, hesitation, or mixed signals. When parents cultivate affirmative energy with both discipline and clarity, they shape the child's perception of the world, instill confidence, and model behaviors that lead to success. Energy becomes the unseen curriculum of life, teaching lessons that words alone cannot convey. Consistent intention is the third and perhaps most crucial element. It is not enough to display discipline one day or to achieve clarity in a single moment. Affirmative energy must be applied continuously, intentionally, and unwaveringly. Imagine an athlete training for a marathon. They may have discipline, waking early every day to run. They may have clarity, understanding the exact pace and distance required. But without consistent intention, if they skip days, doubt creeps in and their energy loses momentum. The marathon is won not in bursts of effort, but in sustained, intentional energy applied consistently over time. Look at relationships. Cultivating affirmative energy in interactions requires disciplined thought, clarity of purpose, and intentional behavior. When someone consistently listens, encourages, and affirms others with energy aligned to care and respect, trust is built, bonds are strengthened, and influence is amplified. If energy is inconsistent, distracted, or misaligned with intention, relationships falter. Energy communicates before words are spoken, and the consistent intentional cultivation of positive energy ensures that the message is clear, resonant, and impactful. Even in daily personal habits, this principle applies. Consider someone committed to personal growth. They read books, attend seminars, and seek knowledge, but without discipline, clarity, and consistent intention, their energy dissipates in fragmented efforts. The person who cultivates affirmative energy intentionally creates daily rituals, focuses attention on purposeful activities, and aligns thoughts, words, and actions toward growth. The energy produced by these habits communicates commitment, attracts opportunities, and shapes outcomes beyond what effort alone could achieve. Discipline, clarity, and consistent intention also allow individuals to navigate challenges without losing momentum. Life will always present obstacles, setbacks, and disappointments. Without a disciplined mind, energy wavers. Without clarity, energy becomes confused and scattered. Without consistent intention, energy fades when it is needed most. Those who have mastered this cultivation of affirmative energy are able to maintain focus, adjust strategies without losing momentum, and communicate strength and purpose even in adversity. Their energy becomes a magnet for solutions, allies, and breakthroughs. Consider a writer attempting to complete a novel. Inspiration may be fleeting, ideas may ebb and flow, but disciplined writing habits, clarity of vision for the story, and consistent intention to write every day allow energy to accumulate, flow, and create results. The writer's energy communicates to themselves and to the world that this story matters, that the effort is real, and that persistence will produce a tangible outcome. Over time, what began as simple effort transformed into a creation that others will read, feel, and be inspired by. Energy cultivated intentionally and consistently turns potential into reality. This principle applies to every domain: career, relationships, personal growth, health, and leadership. Discipline ensures energy is channeled. Clarity ensures energy is aligned. Consistent intention ensures energy is applied every day, building momentum, creating influence, and producing results. The person who understands this cultivates not just temporary motivation, but enduring force that shapes reality, attracts opportunity, and leaves an impact. The energy they carry is not accidental. It is sculpted, focused, and intentional, and it communicates with life in a language that commands response. Your thoughts are seeds, and every thought you entertain carries energy that will either nourish your future or stunt it. Most people underestimate the power of thought because it is invisible, silent, and seemingly harmless. Yet each thought is a potential reality waiting to be cultivated. Imagine a farmer walking through a field with a bag of seeds. If he scatters seeds randomly without care, neglects the soil, or fails to water them, most will fail to grow. Yet if he selects the seeds carefully, plants them with intention, and nurtures them consistently, a rich harvest will follow. The mind works in the same way. The energy you attach to your thoughts determines whether they produce abundance, creativity, and success, or scarcity, fear, and failure. Consider a young professional who dreams of a promotion. They may think about the promotion casually, wishing it would happen, but their energy is filled with doubt, anxiety, and worry. Every time they think about it, they reinforce hesitation, insecurity, and fear of failure. These thoughts, though seemingly harmless, are seeds that will sprout limitations, missed opportunities, and stagnation. On the other hand, if they deliberately think with clarity, belief, and focused energy, visualizing themselves in the role, imagining the steps they need to take, affirming their capability, the seeds they plant are fertile. These thoughts generate action, confidence, and alignment with opportunity, producing a harvest of achievement that would have been impossible with fearful energy. In personal relationships, the same principle applies. If you constantly think negatively about people, anticipate betrayal, or dwell on past hurts, the energy behind these thoughts creates tension, suspicion, and distance. Your relationships fail to grow because the energy is misaligned with trust, love, and connection. Yet when you consciously think positively about others, assume goodwill, and cultivate thoughts of empathy, understanding, and encouragement, your energy transforms interactions. The seeds you plant through thought and energy blossom into stronger bonds, deeper trust, and meaningful connections. Energy guides the growth of relationships even more than words or actions. Think about a student preparing for a major examination. The mind is a garden. If their thoughts are filled with worry, I will fail, I am not prepared, the questions are too hard, the energy of fear and doubt spreads through every study session, paralyzing focus and undermining performance. Yet a student who nurtures their thoughts with positive energy, affirming, I am prepared, I am capable, I can solve these problems, creates fertile ground for retention, understanding, and confidence. The energy behind these thoughts influences the brain, the body, and the actions that follow. The harvest is clear, the exam reflects the energy that shaped the preparation. Even in creative work, energy determines the fruit of thought. An artist who imagines their work with doubt, second guessing, or fear of judgment produces mediocre results. The thoughts are seeds, but the energy they carry is weak, confused, and scattered. The same artist who cultivates thoughts of clarity, purpose, and possibility invests energy that strengthens creativity, encourages experimentation, and opens channels of inspiration. The result is not just a piece of work, but a creation that inspires, captivates, and endures. Energy transforms ordinary thoughts into extraordinary outcomes. Daily life offers countless examples. When someone thinks about saving money but approaches it with anxiety and reluctance, their energy undermines their discipline. They procrastinate, they spend impulsively, and the seed of financial growth struggles to take root. Another person, thinking the same thoughts but with energy of focus, intention, and confidence, budgets, plans, and invests wisely. The harvest is abundance, security, and freedom. Energy behind thought determines whether potential manifests or withers. Consider leadership. A leader's thoughts about their team are seeds. If a manager dwells on doubts, fears incompetence, or focuses on mistakes, the energy behind these thoughts communicates limitation. Team members feel it, productivity falls, morale drops, and innovation stalls. Yet a leader who cultivates thoughts of belief, encouragement, and potential infuses energy that grows competence, motivation, and collaboration. The seeds of thought, when nurtured with focused, positive energy, shape the collective harvest of an organization. Even in health and fitness, thoughts are seeds. Someone who thinks, I cannot run, I cannot lose weight, I am not strong enough, generates energy that weakens effort, focus, and endurance. The same person thinking, I can improve, I am capable, I will achieve my goal, fuels energy that strengthens determination, persistence, and performance. Thoughts alone do not act, but energy behind them guides the actions that determine results. The harvest reflects the energy cultivated within the mind first. Your environment also responds to the energy of your thoughts. A person who thinks with fear, negativity, or scarcity unconsciously communicates this energy to those around them, influencing conversations, opportunities, and relationships. Yet when someone thinks with energy that affirms growth, possibility, and positivity, they radiate influence that attracts mentors, allies, and opportunities. The seeds planted in the mind shape the harvest in the external world. Even in small daily interactions, this principle applies. The way you approach a conversation, a task, or a challenge is determined by the energy behind your thoughts. If you approach it with hesitation, doubt, or fear, the result is limited, strained, or unsuccessful. If you approach it with focused, confident, and positive energy, doors open, solutions appear, and outcomes surpass expectation. Energy amplifies the power of thought, translating silent intention into tangible reality. Your thoughts are seeds, and the energy behind them is the soil, the water, and the sunlight. Discipline in thought, clarity of purpose, and consistent cultivation of energy determine the harvest you will reap. The smallest seed of thought, carried with powerful energy, can grow into extraordinary success. Conversely, powerful thoughts carried with weak or fearful energy will wither. Life responds to the vibration behind your mind before it responds to any plan, any effort, or any spoken word. The garden of your mind is fertile, waiting for your attention, your intention. And the energy you invest, affirmative energy, is contagious and has the power to draw people, opportunities, and even circumstances toward you in ways that are invisible yet undeniable. It is the silent signal that communicates possibility, belief, and readiness to the world. When you cultivate energy that affirms life, purpose, and capability, you are not only transforming yourself, you are radiating a force that others respond to instinctively. Consider a simple moment in daily life. You walk into a room filled with people, some anxious, some distracted, some focused. The energy you carry immediately influences the atmosphere. If you are calm, confident, and radiating positivity, others feel it. They smile, relax, engage. They are drawn to you without any effort on your part, and suddenly, opportunities for collaboration, connection, and influence emerge. The law of affirmative energy is that it moves beyond intention. It attracts what is aligned with it. Think about a leader in a workplace. A manager may have authority on paper, but if their energy is negative, critical, or doubtful, team members respond with hesitation, fear, or disengagement. Yet a leader who consistently projects energy of belief, encouragement, and possibility inspires others naturally. Employees offer ideas, take initiative, and align themselves with the vision. The energy itself becomes the magnet, pulling commitment, talent, and opportunity toward the leader. People do not follow words alone. They follow the force, the vibration, the energy that signals confidence and possibility. This is why some leaders achieve extraordinary results, not because they work harder, but because their energy creates movement around them. In daily social interactions, this principle is equally evident. Imagine a person entering a social gathering. If they carry anxiety, insecurity, or doubt, they remain on the sidelines, unnoticed, isolated. But the moment they step in with open, confident, and positive energy, others naturally gravitate toward them. Conversations flow, connections form, and opportunities for friendship, collaboration, or even romance appear. Affirmative energy communicates readiness to give and receive, and the world responds. It is the invisible force that draws attention, trust, and engagement, because people are instinctively attracted to energy that affirms rather than doubts. Consider a teacher in a classroom. One teacher may have exceptional knowledge and preparation, yet if they carry energy of fatigue, discouragement, or indifference, students disengage. Another teacher, equally prepared, carries energy that radiates passion, belief, and encouragement. Students are drawn to participate, to ask questions, to engage fully. The energy spreads through the room like a current, influencing every individual present. Affirmative energy is not just personal, it is contagious, and its reach extends far beyond the individual who cultivates it. Even in personal relationships, affirmative energy shapes outcomes. A friend who consistently radiates optimism, confidence, and care naturally draws others toward them. People feel uplifted, valued, and understood, and they are more likely to engage, help, and support. On the contrary, someone who projects fear, doubt, or negativity pushes people away, not because of words, but because energy communicates far deeper than conversation. The energy we cultivate informs our interactions, our connections, and the opportunities that flow to us. When energy affirms possibility, it opens doors, creates influence, and attracts those who resonate with that vibration. Consider an entrepreneur meeting potential clients or partners. One may walk into the room nervous, uncertain, projecting doubt. Even with excellent preparation, opportunities slip away because the energy they communicate does not signal readiness or confidence. Another entrepreneur, equally prepared, projects calm, belief, and focused energy. The room responds. Doors open, conversations develop, and partnerships form. Affirmative energy draws not only people but the opportunities aligned with the energy. It is magnetic, invisible, and relentless in the way it organizes circumstances around the individual who maintains it. Even in moments of personal challenge, affirmative energy influences outcomes. Imagine someone facing financial difficulty. If they respond with despair, anxiety, or blame, the energy signals limitation. Help, guidance, or opportunity is less likely to appear because the vibration they communicate does not attract solutions. Yet when the same individual approaches the situation with calm, clarity, and faith in possibility, their energy signals readiness, hope, resilience. Suddenly resources, ideas, and support come into alignment. Opportunities appear, and paths emerge that were invisible before. Energy is the magnet. It communicates before words, actions, or plans. Think about athletes on a team. A player who carries positive, focused energy lifts the performance of the entire team. Confidence spreads, mistakes are corrected calmly, and effort multiplies. Teammates respond to energy more than instructions. A negative, fearful, or discouraged player dampens the energy of everyone around them. The same principle applies to every group, every community, every interaction. Energy spreads, and affirmative energy draws alignment, action, and results. Even small gestures are amplified by affirmative energy. A cashier who greets customers with warmth, confidence, and attention draws smiles, gratitude, and repeat business. A nurse who approaches patients with calm care and belief in recovery encourages cooperation and positivity. The energy behind the action transforms the environment and draws outcomes aligned with the vibration being projected. It is not the action alone that produces results, but the energy that carries it. The key is that affirmative energy is intentional, consistent, and cultivated. It does not fluctuate with mood or circumstance. It is a deliberate choice to radiate belief, calm, confidence, and purpose. When maintained, it becomes a gravitational force in life, drawing people, opportunities, and circumstances in alignment with the energy being expressed. It is the hidden language of influence, leadership, and success, the unseen force that moves the world toward those who understand and practice it. Mastering affirmative energy is mastering the path to success and extraordinary living, because life does not respond to intention alone, effort alone, or knowledge alone. It responds first to the energy you carry, the vibration you radiate, and the mindset you project. Consider the person who dreams of success but wakes up each day with uncertainty, hesitation, or negativity. They may plan, they may act, they may speak, yet life mirrors back the energy they emit. Doors remain closed, opportunities slip by, and progress is slow. Mastering affirmative energy transforms this reality because it teaches you to command the unseen forces that shape every interaction, every decision, and every outcome. Think about a young professional striving for career growth. They may have the qualifications, the experience, and the ideas, yet without mastering affirmative energy, they may falter in interviews, miss chances to connect with mentors, or fail to inspire confidence in colleagues. The same professional, cultivating energy of belief, clarity, and readiness, walks into a room and radiates competence and purpose. The energy precedes the words, signals capability, and opens pathways that mere preparation alone could never achieve. Mastering energy becomes the key that unlocks doors, allowing potential to translate into reality. Even in personal life, affirmative energy is the difference between mediocrity and extraordinary living. A person navigating relationships may have love, compassion, and good intentions, yet if their energy is inconsistent, anxious, or doubtful, connections weaken. The ability to project calm confidence, genuine care, and positive expectation attracts trust, respect, and deeper bonds. Mastering affirmative energy allows life to respond, amplifying influence and fostering relationships that elevate rather than drain. Energy becomes the hidden curriculum of life, teaching lessons in presence, authenticity, and influence. Consider an athlete preparing for a championship. Talent, training, and strategy matter, but without mastery of energy, fear, frustration, or doubt can sabotage performance. An athlete who has learned to channel energy affirmatively enters competition with calm focus, resilient confidence, and unwavering belief. Muscles respond, decisions sharpen, and the environment itself seems to align. Mastery of energy transforms effort into performance and preparation into victory. It is not luck nor solely skill, but energy that orchestrates success in every field. In business and entrepreneurship, affirmative energy determines not only outcomes, but the trajectory of growth. Two entrepreneurs may have identical ideas, resources, and plans, yet the one who has mastered energy communicates vision, inspires trust, and attracts support effortlessly. Clients, partners, and employees respond to energy first, aligning themselves with those who radiate possibility rather than hesitation. Mastery of energy becomes the force multiplier of influence, accelerating progress and expanding reach far beyond what conventional effort could achieve. Even in moments of challenge or adversity, mastering affirmative energy creates resilience. Life presents obstacles, setbacks, and unexpected difficulties, but those who have cultivated energy that affirms belief, clarity, and perseverance transform challenges into opportunities. A student failing a test, a professional losing a client, or a family facing financial strain can either succumb to energy of despair or rise through energy of focus, determination, and constructive vision. Mastery ensures that energy leads, guiding thoughts, words, and actions towards solutions rather than stagnation. Daily life offers countless examples. A teacher walking into a classroom with energy of enthusiasm, belief, and focus engages students, inspires learning, and creates an environment of growth. A musician entering a studio with energy aligned to creativity, passion, and possibility produces music that resonates deeply with audiences. Even a simple act of service performed with energy that radiates care and purpose transforms the experience for both giver and receiver. Mastery of energy shapes ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences because the vibration behind intention determines its impact. Consider the mind as a garden and affirmative energy as the sunlight and water. Thoughts, actions, and words are seeds planted daily. Without energy, seeds may sprout weakly or not at all. Mastery of energy nourishes every thought, infuses every action, and animates every word, producing abundance, influence, and progress. Life responds to energy, aligning opportunities, people, and resources with those who understand and exercise this invisible force. Ordinary effort becomes extraordinary achievement when energy is mastered. Relationships, career, health, creativity, leadership all thrive under mastery of affirmative energy. A person who projects calm confidence, purpose, and positivity attracts respect, loyalty, and cooperation. A leader who radiates energy of possibility inspires innovation, engagement, and excellence. A parent who models energy of belief and care shapes children who grow resilient, confident, and capable. Energy communicates before words, guides outcomes before plans, and amplifies impact beyond effort or strategy. Mastering this energy is mastering life itself. The most successful people across history, in every domain, share one characteristic: mastery of energy. They understand that effort, knowledge, and intention are important, but insufficient without energy aligned to purpose. They cultivate energy deliberately, consistently, and intentionally, recognizing that it communicates readiness, competence, and belief to the world. Opportunities, influence, and success are drawn toward them because the energy they radiate signals alignment with possibility. Mastery of affirmative energy is mastery of the hidden language of life, the silent force that turns ordinary existence into extraordinary living. Mastering affirmative energy means you no longer leave your life to chance, to circumstance, or to the reactions of others. It means that every thought, every action, and every word is infused with purpose and intention, amplified by the vibration you carry. The opportunities you seek, the connections you desire, and the achievements you envision are drawn toward you because energy precedes action and orchestrates outcomes. It is the invisible hand guiding reality to match your vision. Those who understand this law no longer chase success. They embody it, radiate it, and attract it effortlessly. Mastery of affirmative energy is mastery of the self, mastery of influence, and mastery of life. It is the conscious cultivation of belief, purpose, and presence that shapes every moment, every decision, and every interaction. Those who live this way rise above ordinary challenges, transcend limitations, and inspire others to follow. Energy becomes the language through which life responds, the magnet that aligns opportunity, and the invisible force that transforms dreams into reality. As we stand here today, reflecting on the journey of energy, intention, and possibility, let me remind you that your life is not a random sequence of events. It is a reflection of the energy you carry, the vibrations you radiate, and the thoughts you nurture. Every day, every moment, every choice communicates to the world, and the world responds not to your words alone, not to your plans alone, but to the energy behind them. If you have learned nothing else from this discussion, let it be this: the energy you cultivate determines the doors that open, the relationships that thrive, and the opportunities that align with your purpose. Success, fulfillment, and extraordinary living are not accidents. They are born from energy applied intentionally, consistently, and affirmatively. Think of every great leader, every extraordinary individual in history, and notice a common thread. It was not just skill, talent, or knowledge that elevated them above the crowd. It was the energy they carried into every interaction, every decision, and every challenge. Winston Churchill, faced with insurmountable odds, carried an energy of unwavering belief and courage that rallied nations. Nelson Mandela, after decades of imprisonment, radiated energy of forgiveness, hope, and vision that transformed a country. Oprah Winfrey, born into hardship, cultivated energy of confidence, empathy, and possibility that turned influence into a movement. These are not miracles of circumstance. They are manifestations of energy mastered, energy aligned, energy projected affirmatively. Your thoughts, your intentions, Your actions, they are seeds planted in the soil of your energy. If you sow doubt, fear, or hesitation, the harvest will reflect limitation. If you sow clarity, belief, and purpose, the harvest will exceed your imagination. Every conversation you have, every challenge you face, every relationship you nurture carries this principle. Your energy precedes your words and actions, shaping the reality that emerges around you. People do not merely respond to what you say, they respond to what you radiate. Energy is the language that communicates across distance, across time, across perception, and it is the language that life itself reads first. Consider for a moment the times in your life when opportunities seemed absent, when doors remained closed, when circumstances appeared impossible. Now reflect on moments when everything aligned effortlessly, when the right people appeared at the right time, when solutions seemed to flow naturally. The difference was not luck, the difference was energy, affirmative, focused, and intentional energy that communicated readiness and belief before action was taken. Every success you admire, every life you aspire to, is a testament to energy mastered and applied with purpose. Affirmative energy is contagious. It spreads from you to those around you, influencing families, teams, communities, and organizations. When you cultivate it, you are not just transforming your own life, you are lifting others, creating momentum, and inspiring movements. Imagine the ripple effect of your presence when your energy radiates confidence, belief, and possibility. Friends, colleagues, family, even strangers respond to it. Opportunities align with it. Challenges bend under it. Energy is not passive, it is active, dynamic, and influential in ways that words alone cannot achieve. Remember that your mind is a garden, your thoughts are seeds, and your energy is the sunlight and water. Cultivate it intentionally. Nurture it daily. Protect it from negativity, doubt, and fear. When you do, your life becomes a reflection of abundance, influence, and extraordinary possibility. Every step you take, every decision you make, every interaction you engage in becomes amplified, not because the world owes you success, but because the energy you carry demands it. It is magnetic, irresistible, and transformative. Look around you. The world is filled with ordinary people who settle, who wait, who doubt, who hesitate. And yet, within the same world, extraordinary individuals rise above, not by circumstance alone, but by mastering energy. They understand that every thought, every word, every action carries a vibration that shapes reality. They know that success is a language first spoken in energy, then manifested in action, then confirmed by results. When you choose to master affirmative energy, you step into alignment with life's hidden force, the force that moves mountains, opens doors, and creates miracles from intention. Let me remind you of something powerful. You are the architect of your energy, and energy is the architect of your life. If you wake up each day choosing fear, doubt, and hesitation, you will build walls around your potential. If you wake up each day choosing clarity, belief, and possibility, you will build bridges to opportunity. The invisible force you carry determines the visible world you live in. Every smile, every gesture, every word of encouragement, every focused action contributes to the energy you radiate and the harvest you will reap. You have the ability to rise above mediocrity because you can choose the energy that guides you. You can decide to let fear dominate or to let belief lead. You can choose to let doubt dictate or to let clarity command. You can choose to radiate limitation or to project possibility. The choice is yours, and the impact of that choice is infinite. The energy you cultivate today will echo in your life tomorrow, next week, next year, and for a lifetime. It is the invisible force that determines not just what you achieve, but who you become, the influence you wield, and the legacy you leave. So as you move forward from this moment, remember that life is not a game of chance. It is a reflection of your energy, your intention, and your belief. The extraordinary exists not for the lucky few, but for those who learn to master energy, who understand that what you carry inside communicates to the world outside, and who choose daily to align thought, action, and vibration toward purpose. Let every step you take, every decision you make, every interaction you engage in, be infused with the magnetic power of affirmative energy. Life responds to it, people respond to it, and the universe itself aligns with it. Embrace this truth. You are not defined by circumstances, by setbacks, by opinions, or by limitations imposed by others. You are defined by the energy you carry, the consistency of your intention, and the clarity of your belief. When you master this, when you choose affirmative energy deliberately and consistently, you unlock doors, attract opportunity, inspire people, and shape reality. The life you desire is not distant or impossible. It is waiting for you to radiate the energy that matches it. Extraordinary living, unparalleled success, and lasting influence are born not from luck, talent, or circumstance, but from the mastery of affirmative energy